because I forgot, like, oh, how's this computer going to connect to the internet? I don't know.
Okay, say that story. Hold on. No, this is the fake intro that I can cut to, like we weren't just talking. Oh, hey, it's a show. Classless Chats. What's going on? Nick, you bought a computer.
I actually built the computer. And I mean, I don't know. Before I built it, I was like, building a computer, that sounds really hard. But then when I started researching it and finding all the parts I need, I was like, oh yeah, I'll just build a computer. How hard can it be? You just put the parts together. It's like extreme Legos for keeps. But I kept forgetting parts that I needed. Like I got a solid state drive, but I forgot my hard disk drive that I need at the same time.
Oh, idiots.
I also forgot, like, oh, how's this computer gonna connect to the internet? I don't know, I'll just do it somehow. Fuck magic, techno magic.
You really have to remember everything.
And so the latest thing I learned is I'm gonna get the box. So for Black Friday, I bought this professional condenser microphone for like $33.
Wow.
And it's all right, but it's really sketchy because there's no company name like on the box. There's no instruction manual. It doesn't tell you anything. On each side, it just says professional condenser microphone, unidirectional condenser microphone, excellent reproduction of voice and music professional.
So, this sounds like an email that I get that's like, make penis bigger. It's like English as a third language kind of thing.
Yeah, so I think the Prince of Nigeria sent it to me, but I didn't know that microphones require phantom power.
Condenser microphones do.
Yeah, that's true. Condenser microphones do. So tomorrow I'm gonna go buy that from like Guitar Center or something.
Phantom power.
Yeah. I was like, what is this? Do I need to like summon the devil to power my condenser microphone? What does this mean?
Just like draw a pentacle on it. Like, do you have any goats in your neighborhood that nobody will miss? You could just like sacrifice them really quick.
Yeah. But that's how I built my computer, and now I have 1 terabyte space for porn.
That's a lot of porn. 1 terabyte.
Yeah, I got this hard drive for like $30. It was 1 terabyte. It's 4 years old, but it's like, it's 1 terabyte. It's a lot.
What are you gonna do? Well, that's not actually a lot. I was reading an article about Pornhub and how terrible they are, but they get millions upon millions of video submissions every single year. Like, they're pretty much YouTube just with porn. So that's way more than 1 terabyte. That's like warehouses full of servers and shit.
Do you think they have to like shuffle through it and delete the old ones, or what?
Apparently not, but apparently they have a whole team of moderators that have to look at it and, find out if this porn is suitable for, our website, or if it's like,
does it meet the standards?
Illegal shit. Yeah, it doesn't meet the standards. How grainy is it? Is the video vertical, horizontal? Stuff like that. Sheldon's in an amateur porn right now. He's got the vertical video going on.
Oh god.
Oh yeah.
How's everybody doing today?
Doing pretty good.
Fantastic.
All right.
Cool. Hey, you're picking up the drums, Sheldon?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
this is already the high energy, awesome thing I wanted it to be.
Boo!
Oh my God!
Did I scare you yet?
A little bit.
Okay.
So remember, let's also keep this within the mind that we're putting this on a audio medium too. So not just the Classless Chats video, but the audio. So try to
Well,
kill
then
that dead space.
I should bring up that Steven cut his hair. Why don't you tell us about that?
I didn't.
Oh,
I
yeah.
shaved my head all by myself.
Oh,
A
yay.
little razor. It took a long time, and I have a lot of hair. So what are you gonna do?
What? Is there a specific reason why you shaved your head?
I've been doing it ever since quarantine started in like March. I've just been like,
Oh.
well, I can't get a haircut, and I don't
Mhm.
know how to cut my own hair like George Clooney apparently, because he knows how to cut his own hair.
George
So-
Clooney has like a, I don't know, it's an old thing. It's like a hair vacuum.
Yeah, it's the hair vacuum. It's called like a flooper or whatever.
Yeah.
That's,
So-
that's
Okay.
wrong.
The second cut.
Sucking cut. Is that right?
I thought that was a.
Yeah.
I thought that was one of
Wayne's
the
World.
videos on Pornhub, though. It's like on the very end of the spectrum of BDSM is where the cut
The
happens.
sucking cut.
Yeah.
That's horrible. And it's
Find
called a
that-
Flowbee. George Clooney's a Flowbee.
Floby. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting thing. I was on a movie set for the past 2 weeks, and small world. Apparently, well, I don't know if you guys know Eleanor Smith
Yeah.
Mm,
from. Yeah,
From everything.
she's a PA on the set, so that was impressive.
nice.
That's pretty cool. It's always nice to run into people that aren't like the same people you run into every set.
Yeah.
Right.
Can you say
Oh.
what the production is?
Yeah, I can. It's for a film called Canyon del Muerto. So
Oh,
it
nice.
stars Tom Felton
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
and Tatanka Means, and yeah. So I'm teaching Tom Felton how to speak Navajo.
Nice.
Hey.
That's pretty cool. Do you have any
So-
hard P words in the Navajo? Like that start with a P?
I don't believe so.
Oh, that's too bad.
Why is
Wait,
that?
There's
they
Tom
bring
Felton.
on-
He's famous for the Potter. Harry
Potter.
Potter.
So did they bring you on as a Navajo consultant, or did they find out you speak Navajo and they're like, oh,
No, it was actually my dad. They asked him, but since he works for the tribe, he can't be seen as double dipping, so they got me instead. So
All right.
yeah, so it
double
all
dipping in
works
like
out.
in what regard?
Well, he works for the tribal roads department, so he can't be seen as doing a government job and then doing a job for the tribe and then doing the job on
All
something
right. Well,
about conflict of interest or something like that.
that's horseshit. Because I remember Donald Trump
So-
and Home Alone too. All right. No conflict of interest there.
Yeah, that is horseshit.
Well, that worked out for you though.
I believe so. Oh crap!
You're a little frozen.
Come on, not even on the.
We can still hear you though, so don't say anything horribly embarrassing. Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, you
I'm-
can say stuff
Shit.
embarrassing about it.
Horribly embarrassing. What are you all up to? Nick built a computer. Dani, it's been a short time for us because we just talked a couple weeks ago, but like we haven't put up a new video in like a couple months. So
Yeah.
to the viewers, what has everybody been doing? Dani got a puppy.
I got a puppy, and I would show you, but she is dead asleep, and she's probably gonna cry for me a little later. She is like a tiny shark or alligator. I don't know. Like the puppy teeth make her look like a shark, in my opinion. And then she pounces. It's really cute, actually, but then she uses that to attack you. and then she whines that I don't pet her enough, and then I pet her, and then she'll freeze. And I swear to God, like, she was raised in her first 6 weeks in the hood, and you can tell because sometimes she'll just stare at me, and then she literally went,
Oh, wow.
bonked her head at me, and
She was dogging you out.
she's
Yeah.
she did you say dogging me out?
Yeah.
Boo. Yeah. So I was figuring out names for her way before I even got her, and since she's all white and she kind of looks like a pit bull puppy, but she's like a whole mix of a lot of things. But she looks like a little polar bear, and she looked like a little polar bear when she was first born. So I wanted her name to mean bear, but not in English or Spanish, because there are so many osos out here in New Mexico. I'm just like, nope, we're not gonna do that. So it was either Yona, which is a Cherokee word for bear, but then I thought, oh, my mom's gonna call her like Yona Cabrona La Llorona, because that's my mom. So I thought that this name would have no comments from my mom, but it ended up being so. And her name is Esben, which is Esben. And then my mom just said, "Oh, I didn't know you were a sports fan." I'm like, "What?"
Oh, wow.
ESPN. I'm like, God damn it. But I like it. I'm still gonna keep it. You can't like just name a dog and then rename them. That's their name. Plus, I already got the collar tag. So.
Did you even ask Sheldon what bear is in Navajo? It could be beautiful.
Did I say hers is Scandinavian? It's Scandinavian.
Oh.
But,
what is it in Navajo? Oh, you're on mute.
Shush. Bear.
Oh.
Shush.
No,
Shush,
but what
yeah.
is beer in Navajo?
God.
Yeah. But
Nice.
most of the time I just call her child.
Ah.
She's a child. And she's smart. She's pretty smart, I think. She definitely makes choices. That's all I'm going to say.
She's an actor.
Yes.
What kind of choices does she make?
Let's see. She learned one time how to get out of her cage. I don't know how. And she's never done it after that, so I'm assuming it's a very unpleasant experience for her.
Oh, okay.
But her little kennel now is her little safe space, and she's finally big enough so she doesn't fit in between the gate things in the little baby gate I have, so she doesn't get into my room. So she has like basically half of the entire living room to run around in when I'm not here. So I don't just leave her in the kennel when I'm not here.
That's cute. She's still pooping on the floor?
Yep.
Nice.
But she's very good at using the potty pads for going number 1. So.
Oh, good. Good.
I don't know what it is about poop, but like she doesn't understand that she can also go on the pads for that. And she is not sleeping through the night. So don't have kids.
Maybe it's all those haunting PTSD flashbacks she has.
Of course, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're going to say that, then you have to blame Alma for that. Alma is a mutual friend of 3 of ours for the audience listening.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Her dogs had puppies or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, I thought you were saying Alma had PTSD. I was like, does she like being talked about like that?
Oh.
She could. She never showed up
Oh.
to our episodes.
Called out.
Oh, snap.
We're gonna
Oh,
check
yeah.
out on this.
I had a high school teacher who supposedly had PTSD from falling off horses.
Oh,
I
wait,
yeah, but
multiple horses?
I don't know. All I heard was like, yeah, she takes care of horses. I think she fell off one, and I was like, how does that translate to yelling at me? I don't know what the connection is, but all right, cool.
Maybe she got kicked in the face. I don't know, but
Maybe she was taking a vote in class. She said, all those in favor say aye, but you said nay, and that triggered her.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Did you ever try to feed her a carrot?
No, and the main reason for that was because we shared the same birthday, so I wanted as little amount of connection with her as possible.
But if you do ever encounter her again and have to feed her like a carrot or a sugar cube, you have to like make your hand as flat as possible.
They
Might
will
be dead.
eat your fingers.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, I had a question. So a lot of groups can't perform, and so they can't generate revenue. And obviously, I believe we got $5 in our account. Have we thought about selling merch or coming up with a merch design for the Classless Chaps?
Well, do we have those rights from Kit? Can we like put that stuff on shirts?
I'm sure we could.
Yeah, maybe we should just double check, ask them, and see. I don't want to get. Well, I'm sure Kit wouldn't sue us or anything, but I don't want to piss them off, or
Right.
irritate them. Yeah, that's cool. What kind of merch would we do, man? Like coffee mugs? Would they have fun sayings, things like that?
Classless Chaps underwear.
Classless Chaps, edible underwear.
Yeah.
Classless Chaps, assless chaps.
I wonder if we can make those. What else?
Yeah.
What would be a
What's
good
in the
saying?
market for assless chaps? I think we could do buttons. We could do stickers.
Mm-hmm.
Zazzle does a whole bunch of custom stuff. I help my client who's a photographer, of course, and he also does making his own fractals on the computer.
Mm-hmm.
And then he made calendars. You could do mugs, buttons, blankets, t-shirts, a whole bunch of stuff. Zazzle is great, and collage.com has a lot of stuff. By the way, we're not sponsored. I'm just talking about
talking about Zazzle, baby. I don't know. I've looked on Google too. And speaking of those stores like Zazzle and stuff, I see one from Fox Creek Leather. That's the only one I see about building your own chaps. Each one is $273.
Oh.
No.
I mean, do a raffle giveaway or
you can make
wait a minute.
Can
you do a raffle during COVID? I don't think so.
You can do COVID raffle.
No?
Is that you in the background of you?
Oh.
Yeah, it's Nick spitting. There's a video of him spitting water out.
Why?
Oh my god.
No, I figure out. So this new webcam I got along with my new computer can do virtual backgrounds. So now I'm having more fun than I ever could.
I'm on the moon. Are you on the moon? Oh, it's a video of two people dancing.
So, I mean, this has nothing to do with what we were talking about, but one of my favorite, move out of the way so you can see. One of my favorite classes in freshman year was astronomy.
Okay.
Mainly because of this event where the teacher was explaining physics, and he did this thing where that's him laying down on a board with nails sticking out. So he's laying on top of the nails,
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And then what happens is they put another board with nails sticking out on top of him. So he's got nails sandwiching him on both sides. That's my leg right there. And then the other guy takes a cinder block, puts it on top of him, and then takes a sledgehammer, hammers the cinder block, and the professor's fine.
I think I've
So
seen
that
something like this before.
doesn't happen in a little bit, but yeah, that was one of my favorite classes in freshman year. Another reason was because there was another guy in the front row who always asked the dumbest questions ever, and it was just a joy to hear what he had to say next.
It's always the front row. They think they're gonna be teacher's pet, and then they just end up like either trying to teach the class when they're probably like really wrong, or just really annoying. I still remember there was this one person in my biology class a long time ago, and I can't really remember the context of the conversation. I think it was like, oh, if you can print this out or something with technology, and then they were just like, but shouldn't everybody have a computer at home? And everybody was like, whoa, okay, privilege.
Yeah. Ugh. Gross.
And then they died, so it was fine.
People are jerks.
There was a person in my last semester in my medieval crusades class, and there was like a part where the teacher was like, all right, so now we're going to talk about relics and what the crusaders thought like were relics of like the spear that pierced Jesus's side or whatever. I don't know
Spear
anything.
of destiny.
Right. So exactly, the student in the front row was like, "Isn't that called the Spear of Destiny?" And the teacher was like, "That sounds like some Assassin's Creed shit. Like, what the fuck?" and she went back to like, "I just told you, I don't know any of these special names, so fuck you."
Oh wait, so Nick, your video just played the part where the cinder block was hit with the sledgehammer.
So he smashed the cinder block. He's about to smash the bottom half of it.
Okay, well I get this, and I know what the experiment is for, and I wonder what the hell it has to do with astronomy.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out too.
I love physics professors so freaking much, and they're so weird, which is so great. I don't know how well it'll pop up on this feed. And of course, Instagram is not working for me right now. That's wonderful. So never mind, because Instagram is not working for me right now. But I'll tell you about it. My professor, because I just needed to take like the algebra-based physics for my degree. And so I don't remember what he was trying to explain, but he was propelling himself across the room on like a wheel barrel, or oh, here it is, and then a fire hydrant thing. I don't know if you could see very well, but it was just going ever so slowly.
Oh.
And that man was so weird. But I loved his class.
Wait, so what was he doing? He was on a board with some wheels and he was using a fire extinguisher?
Fire extinguisher to propel himself to move. I don't remember what the lesson was about at all.
Just having fun. I was thinking, I remember hearing this on TV. I didn't know if it was true or not, of some physics-based method of shooting a heroin balloon up your butt real quick. And I just Googled how to shoot a heroin balloon up your butt. And I'm like, man, with like the stuff I Google when I'm talking to you people, and by you people, I mean all minorities. And the stuff that I Google when I actually do like my Sexy Psychopathy podcast, which is a lot of weird shit. if someone finds my search history, man, it's just I'm gonna be put on a like an ISIS watch list or something.
Are you
Well, it's
just
good.
saying this so if somebody does uncover your search history, you could be like, oh, it's for research.
It's
Podcast.
research. I swear.
It's good to know Angie's got your back, and she. Have you seen the stuff? Yes, I know all about it.
And that's my wife.
Oh yeah. No, she'll throw me to the wolves if it comes down. Like, that's on his computer. He Googled that.
At 8:47 p.m. I was at work.
Take him to
Late.
jail.
Oh, I thought she wanted to get rid of you because you throw all your rice in an ice bath.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
meaningful callback to the monologue that was posted today.
Yeah, that was my shameless plug for our video series called Idle Hands. I thought about just saying we should just call it Masturbation Joke. We should call the whole series Masturbation Joke, but yeah.
But then what about the dramatic episodes?
You can masturbate dramatically. I've done it.
Oh yeah.
Does that mean, like, what do you mean dramatically? Do you mean like while crying? Because that's everybody.
I usually masturbate and then cry afterwards.
Just like regular sex.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
What was I gonna say? I was gonna say we should debate something.
A debate.
I think we should debate the benefits of crying during sex.
All right. Who's going to be the moderator for this? Is there going to be a moderator, or are we just going to like say challenge or whatever?
There has to be a moderator, right? No? Maybe.
Well, that's what I'm asking.
Well, how
Because
about we'll start with Steven being the moderator.
oh, okay. I get it. I don't even remember what the debate was. Crying during sex.
Yeah, the benefits of crying during sex.
Okay.
All right. Your
All right.
idea. Start it off.
So, if you look at what sex has to do biologically, some would say it's to create offspring, but I would say that it's to release chemicals. All you're doing during sex is just releasing as many chemicals as you can. And when you start crying, you up the amount of chemicals. So usually during normal sex, you're getting a low amount of chemicals here. But then when you cry, the chemical count goes up to here. You can't even see my hand because it's up in the stratosphere right now. So I'm advocating that more people cry during sex. So now we got to start thinking of methods to get people crying. One time, yes.
I was going to interject, but I kind of want to hear this story.
Oh, okay. So one time I was having sex with a person, they started crying. And I found out later that it was because their parents were getting divorced. So the crying had nothing to do with me at all. That's no good. Your crying needs to be about your partner.
Challenge. Messing with the chemicals in your brain is not the only benefit to crying during sex. It's actually counteracted by the endorphins that you get while exercising during sex because it's a physical activity. And that counteracts like the sad hormone.
Is your title?
Yeah. It's a very long explanation, but I have a point.
Okay, I'll allow it.
Okay.
Yeah, Steven has to allow it.
Depending on how active you are during sex, even when you're just exercising, there are endorphins that are released that are actually beneficial and can counteract like sad hormones and chemicals in your brain. So like you shouldn't cry during sex, I don't think. In fact, some people have said that it's actually healthy to laugh during sex, in my opinion, especially if you can bond and laugh over certain like bumping each other's heads or accidentally throwing them off the bed or like accidentally dislocating your hip. That's happened before, right?
Challenge. High-fiving during sex is better than laughing.
No.
You would know because you tried it.
Okay, I'll just keep going. So creating that bond, especially if it's with a reoccurring partner over time and you are comfortable laughing with each other, then you can just like tell each other jokes during sex, even like knock jokes or entire like 5-minute type fives, you know, when you're practicing for that open mic on Sunday. You can just run that because they'll be finished by the end of the type 5 anyways, right? And
Challenge. Knock jokes are an arcane form of comedy.
Proceed.
In the age of pandemics, no one goes up to front doors anymore. We don't even leave our own houses. So why would we go up to someone else's door? What would be the point of that? Unless it is to steal their Amazon boxes, which, you know, I can get. But you don't knock on someone's door when you do that. So in this unprecedented age, telling someone a knock joke is just unrelatable. Like, I don't even know what that means. How do you even knock on someone's door? What's the form? So I'm advocating that instead of knock jokes, we discover a new form of simple 2 or 3 line jokes that you can tell at a party or that you can tell during sex when nothing has happened for a long span of time.
Challenge.
Not that that's ever happened to me.
Telling jokes at a party is the new playing guitar at a party.
I'll allow it.
I mean, why do you go to a party? It's usually just to hang out, sometimes to drink, sometimes just to be around people. But what really kills a party is somebody who likes to spotlight themselves. And so if you want to do your stand-up set to a whole bunch of strangers that you just met, you're never going to talk to them again. Just like if you sing Wonderwall or Green Day or Sublime on the guitar, nobody's going to talk to you. They'll probably like sing along to be polite or something like that. But that is probably the worst thing you can do at a party. Other things that might come after that is the worst thing that you could do at a party. Like other things that you could do is probably like just drink somebody else's booze that you didn't bring any booze to contribute, or same thing with food, or kiss somebody's partner when they're out kissing somebody else's partner in a different part of the house in the house party.
Challenge. Sheldon has been abnormally quiet because he kisses everyone's partner.
Challenge. Kissing everyone's partner during sex really stimulates the brain.
Proceed.
Well, as we all know, having multiple partners stimulates the brain and gets the brain. An example of this has been the Hungarian politician who was completely anti-gay. And true story, he was actually spot leaving a 40-man orgy. So you can imagine the brain stimulation that was having. Not only did he attend the orgy, but he suddenly became an athlete trying to escape from this orgy as well. So kissing multiple partners stimulates not only the brain, but stimulates the body as well and gets you ready for multiple activities, especially when you're caught.
I think Sheldon is confusing polyamory with homosexuality.
I don't see that. Please proceed, Sheldon.
So, back to the example of kissing multiple partners during sex. It gives you a variety. It allows you to try different activities. You might even try stand-up during sex, or you might try breakfast during sex. Multiple things that have allow for a nice, healthy relationship
Challenge.
with your partner.
You should never eat breakfast during sex because it should be the largest meal of the day. And that is not good.
Proceed.
What do they usually tell you when you're about to exercise is don't eat a lot before you exercise, otherwise you're going to throw up. Same thing in my point before with the endorphins is depending on your level of excitement or activity, sex is a physical activity which you don't want a full stomach for. Like, you're not going to go to all you can eat breadsticks and salad and pasta at Olive Garden, even though we can't really right now. But you're not going to do that before, like, date night. You're going to do that with, like, a girls' night, like, with your friends. I mean, like, you can have a girls' date night, assuming, like, you're both lesbians. But, like, nobody's going to have a date night and stuff up on breadsticks and pasta, okay? Even though I was talking about breakfast just now.
Breadsticks and pasta make me cry.
Okay.
As everyone knows, I am gluten-free, not by choice, or at least not my choice. The eternal gods in the sky decided to curse me with not being able to eat breadsticks or pasta. Even when I go to the store and I buy gluten-free breadsticks and gluten-free pasta, people bag on me for buying separate grains of rice because that's all it is. So why do they exist? And that is why I cry during sex, because whenever the person I'm having sex with says, hey, how about we go get some breadsticks and pasta after this? I break down, and that's why I've been single for 30 years.
I was going to challenge with a closing statement, but I think you wrapped it up.
Yeah, that was nice. That was nice. Went against your argument, but that's fine.
Challenge, just to close it up. Nick uses sex as a crying therapy for the reason why he can't eat gluten. So the therapy itself is beneficial for him because he's letting that emotion out. Crying during sex.
Makes sense.
You all should too.
You did it. You did it.
All right.
Good job.
Yeah. I'd say
That's
this went better
debate.
than the interview for a porn star, which was outside and which my neighbor saw.
Call back to when we were doing Fun Employed. Sheldon was not just reminiscing about his job applications for 2 months ago. 2 months ago. Yep.
I mean, hey, I get it. You know, when everything closed down the first time, I was getting scared. I was applying to Smith's, Sprouts, anything I could grab a hold of. There's no shame in it unless you didn't get the job.
Right.
True.
You know what? I'm starting to think this new computer is just to make your OnlyFans that much better.
I mean, that's a full view of your bed right there. Just saying.
Baby. It is.
Oh, yeah.
And you can see that I adorn it with this beautiful dinosaur blanket that I've had since childhood.
Meow.
That's kinky, man. That's
Just one of the
kinky.
things that gets the peoples going. Actually, so true story, I brought someone into my room and the first thing they said was, "Is that a Naruto collection?" And then I sold it.
No, you gotta wear that with pride. Like, yes, that is a Naruto collection. Look at
Well,
my.
yeah. Well, see, the thing that killed it was like, yes, it is a Naruto collection, but it's not the full one because I stopped reading after volume 63 because the story just wasn't get good after that, and then they were like, I didn't need to know that, but thank you.
Wow.
Spoiler alert for those who are Naruto fans. Naruto or
Yeah.
Naruto?
Naruto.
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 Because Yamato gets captured and then he just magically escapes. Like, how do you explain that? They don't ever talk about it. Come on, Konami.
That's ridiculous. And then he opens up a ramen place in Albuquerque.
He does.
I have no idea what any of that meant. I don't know what a Naruto is. Hey, the dog's there.
Yeah, she
All
woke
right.
up and she was looking at me like, "You need to pick me up, please."
Baby.
But
Oh,
do you
that's so
see what
cute.
I mean about the sharkness? Oh, she's not. Of course, she's not biting me right now. Why don't you bite me when I ask you to?
What was your favorite 90s comeback? Or was it like Bite Me? Or was it like Talk to the Hand?
What was it? Whatever, loser.
Whatever, loser. You ain't all that in a bag of potato chips. Yeah.
Whatever, loser or something like that.
I think ours at my school was just like, your mom.
Your mom's dead.
No,
Oh,
it wasn't
that's-
even your mom anything. It was just like, yeah, well, your mom. And I guess the implication was your mom is that thing that you said about me, but I jumped onto the comeback train late. So people were just saying your mom, and I was like, well, what about their mothers? I've never met their mothers.
That's pretty good.
Well, there was always that other movement that those who were WWE fans with the whole Degeneration X.
Oh. There are a lot of like hand signs and stuff with like wrestling. I know this one. No, wait.
That's the shocker.
What is too sweet? I can't remember.
Something else.
Too sweet.
Sweet.
One of them was like too
Sweet.
sweet. I don't know. That's the
That-
one that I remember. The
Need to
name
make an
of. I don't
emergency.
know how to do it.
Need to make an emergency call to Connor. He might know all this stuff.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Too
I'm trying to
sweet.
remember what the like roles are called in professional wrestling.
The
Like
what?
there's like people
It's
have
usually just top and bottom.
There's the heel, which is like the bad person, and then there's like the face or baby face, which is like the good person. I've been watching a
Yeah.
lot of Glow recently, so I know much of it.
So what do you think your role would be in pro wrestling? What would your
I
story
would-
be?
I would love to be the heel, and I've said this like in regards to musical theater as well, because the villains always have the best songs, in my opinion. So, and it's just fun to be a bitch. It is so fun. Like when I played Kelly in Steven's play, that was so fun to act like a slutty, more horrible version of Amy Schumer.
Yeah, and you did good. That
Mhm.
was great. It's a
Yeah.
lot of
Yeah.
fun.
It's a lot of fun when you do screenplays and you write the villain,
Yeah.
and there's almost a sense of freedom. Like, ooh, they can say this, or ooh, they can be this way.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, they can throw lasers in their eyes, and then when the person like auditions and can't throw lasers from their eyes, it's that they're not the one.
Mhm.
You just got to keep looking for that right one.
Yeah. Yeah,
Wait,
you
do
do.
you audition for your intimate partners?
What?
Is that what that conversation was about? Do you audition for intimate partners?
Just in my life?
Yeah.
Do
Is
I
that how you do it?
Okay, what do you mean?
Like you set out a casting call, like I want a new boyfriend, so sign up for this time slot and I'll meet you in the green room of blah blah theater to
Yes, exactly.
Wait, but you're still the heel, so you'd just be like the worst girlfriend ever?
Yeah, let's do that. Sure. I don't know. Wait, why am I being the heel for auditions now?
Well,
I'm
you
the
said
director.
you like to be the heel.
Yeah, that was like a whole different question though. But yes, I would love to be the heel. Steven, what would you want to be?
I don't know the differences. Can I be the ref?
Yeah.
You know?
Would you want to be a bad guy or a good guy that everybody cheers?
Oh, I want to be the bad guy. I would like to be. Is that the heel? I would like to
Yeah.
be the one that's always yelling at stuff, that's threatening the person. You know, then it's like, when you're dead, I'm gonna go to your house and I'm gonna meet your mom and I'm gonna bend her over. It's horrible, horrible wrestling shit. That'd be a lot of fun. And then your dad's gonna come in and I'm gonna bend him over and we're gonna have a good time. And everyone's gonna get mimosas later because we're gonna be a throuple.
What does everybody else think that they would be?
I would probably be that. They always play a sidekick to like the villain who never really gets involved. He's kind of like the evil manager, and I'm like the sidekick or something like that.
That'd be like a minion or something.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm looking up CM Punk because he like flipped a lot, didn't he? He he started as a fake face because he was pretending to be a good guy, but then the truth came out that he was a bad guy. So then he was a bad guy, but then he started to be a good guy again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. The timeline is it's like reading comic books. It's like, what's the point of even starting? It's just gonna change.
Now, next level, what would your wrestling name be?
Ooh.
Damn.
Let me look up a wrestling name generator on my new computer.
I've thought of too many drag names. I don't know if they would be applicable, but
The
I'm
first one
sure
that came
any
up
drag
was,
name would be applicable.
the first one that
well,
came up was Undertaker, which I think that's already an existing name.
It's already been undertaken.
the overseer, because you supervise all this ass whipping.
I like it. The accountant.
I
have this old,
okay.
Xbox game, Wrestling All Stars, and I think the character that I create, you can create your own character. And I think the character I made for that, his name was Jarpy, and then his nickname was The Banger, and his last name was Jones. So his wrestling name was Jarpy the Banger Jones.
That's hot. That's hot.
Meow.
The Banger. So, is there anything else we want to do? It's now 8:22, and I've got the flu.
Wait, you really have the flu?
No, I was just making it rhyme.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Ridiculous. I got a flu shot for the first time like in 10 years.
How
was it?
I haven't had one in 3 years myself.
Yeah? There you go. I remember thinking it was funny being like 22 and getting a tetanus shot. And the doctor's like, I could put it in your arm or your butt. I got it in my butt just for fun. Why did he offer that to me? I'm 22, It's a little strange, but I guess they could put a tetanus shot in your arm or your butt.
Yeah, because it's more cushion.
More cushion for the injection.
Or pushing the injection into you.
You would think so, but no, it's not.
No?
No, it's very hard to sit down.
Well, you have a butt of steel. I've been riding the Peloton just for like 3 weeks, and my ass is insane. But you've been riding bikes everywhere for years, Sheldon. So maybe you're not. You have just the rock hard can.
It would be the Luke Cage
yeah.
moment where the needle like chips on his skin.
Yeah.
Like we can't penetrate it. It's too hard.
It scared the needle. That's what it did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, does everyone have a bike by chance?
I do at my dad's house that I gave back to him. But I have
Oh.
roller skates.
I'm on roller skates. I do, but I took the pedals off to put on the Peloton. But I guess I could just take those off and put them on the bike again.
I do have a bike. It's a hand-me-down that I've had since high school.
How
So
far was it a
somehow-
hand-me-down from? Was it from like your great-grandpa as the one with like the giant wheel and then the tiny
Oh,
wheel?
no. It was a hand-me-down from like a cousin in Boulder, I think. Yeah, it's got like the 90s color configuration that's been chipping off ever since. And
Solid.
somehow it's too small for me but too big for anyone else. It's a weird thing that I Why
That's
you ask?
strange. Well, you are 8 feet tall.
I
That
am.
is true.
Why do you ask?
Uh,
Sheldon?
So we can all go on a bike ride.
Yeah, bike ride.
Sheldon and I have been talking about this
Yeah.
for a while.
I have not been savvy to this conversation. I'd love to go on a bike ride.
Let's do it. Isn't it
Yeah.
cold? Does it just get
Yeah.
colder if you go out on a bike?
Amazingly, no.
More cold hitting me.
Well, wind chill is deadly in Albuquerque. That's what I'm saying.
Yep. There's some nice trails, on Tramway. She's biting me. Ow.
Yeah, if you go by the casino, that's a huge one where bikers will go all the way up toward the mountain, like up the huge fucking road on Tramway. And then they'll go down past the casino at like 100 miles an hour, like something insane. And then they'll turn around and do it all over again. It's like freaking sledding to them. I don't know. It's strange.
That yeah, I
Or
think
no,
that's
bike
around
culture.
like that's like 14 to 16 miles, like from one way to Tramway and then back.
Wow.
Yeah, I haven't done it, but I should. I live right here.
But you can't. Your bike's too small for you and too big for everyone else.
I know people would make fun of me.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you doing with a small bike, you idiot? Get a
That's
bigger
not why
bike.
they're making fun of you, Nick. I don't know.
Oh,
I had no follow-up to that mean comment.
so my parents are remodeling their bathroom because they found out it has black mold in it and asbestos, and we have no idea how long it's been there. So I told a friend, who's like, yeah, my parents are remodeling because blah blah blah, and he's like, oh, that's why you're like that. And I was like,
Oh.
you motherfucker.
Nick's got mesothelioma.
I wish that was a comeback in the 90s.
It could have been because wasn't that like when I remember as a kid being told all about asbestos and the Pink Panther asbestos company, whatever that thing is called.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was huge back then, where people were getting just not mesothelioma, right? It was like cutting up their lungs. Maybe that is mesothelioma. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Fiberglass insulation.
Right.
Dr. Blacksmith here with the hard facts.
Hi, I'm Dr. Blacksmith. I hear you need a prescription filled for love. Because it's also one of those sexy doctor shows.
What is prescription code for?
Vitamin D.
No, you said
horrible.
you
We
need
need to
prescription
fire
filled.
We need to fire Dr. Blacksmith. He's fucking all his coworkers, but he's the best doctor we have. We can't get rid of him.
When I'm offering my coworkers prescriptions now? We need to work on the writing of this thing.
The only show that I've seen like that, I think, is House, and it's just obscene. It's crazy. There'd be no way you'd be able to get away with that. I hope.
He doesn't, right? Isn't every season? Every time I saw a preview for a new episode, I've never seen an episode. It was always like, your medical license is being taken away, House, or some shit like that.
But yeah, but then he does something brilliant, and they're just like, well, I guess we can keep you on because you just did that great thing where, like, one episode, a guy came in and took the hospital hostage to, like, get an MRI. And they're like, hey, you saved the whole hospital, Dr. House. You're a hero.
That doesn't make a sense. Like, let him have the MRI because you have to stay perfectly still and you can't take metal with you. So why don't they just put him in the machine and be like, okay, cops, come in?
Because then the show would be over in 5 minutes.
That's stupid. Writers for House, you're dumb.
You're all dumb and stupid.
No, I don't know.
Fun fact, do you know how Hugh Laurie, who plays Dr. House, do you know how he found out he was clinically depressed?
From a script for House?
Or
he read a script from House and he was like, this is terrible. No. He watched two cars collide and then explode, and he felt bored.
I don't think that's depression. I think that's something else.
That's something I'd cover on my show. No, I don't think that's depression at all.
You should have him on. Ask him to be a guest.
Yeah, Hugh, big fan. Love you. Never seen House.
Nope. All I remember, one thing, I guess he was like, this was like a reoccurring thing, and it was like running throughout several episodes of, oh, you need to take care of yourself. But no, I don't care about my own health, but I help other people with their own health. And then he starts like bleeding from his ear. And they're like, oh, you probably have ear cancer or something with his brain. I don't know.
You got ear cancer, House.
It's
Your back's broke.
He had like maggots eating his ears or some weird thing. Because it's always the weirdest, like 0.1% diseases that come up in that show.
But I thought that hospital was only there to treat those like 0.1 diseases, right?
I don't think so. It was just a hospital.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it just so happened.
The only hospital show more ridiculous than House, I think, is the second season of Scream Queens, if you guys are familiar.
Oh, God, I love Scream Queens, man. Yeah.
Is that scream as in yelling, screaming?
Yes.
I'll look that up.
Yes.
On my computer.
It wasn't as good, but it like fucking John Stamos was amazing.
Yeah.
Comedy series.
Let's see. My partner doesn't like horror movies. I just got them to watch Cabin in the Woods yesterday. I'm like, it'll be fine. It's funny.
Classic.
Yeah. Yeah. But I tried to show, and it's so stupid. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, like, the humor in that is so, like, very much poking fun at the 1% and, like, rich, skinny, white girl stereotypes who are mean girls. But then also it kind of gets deep, but then also it's not really, because they're just horrible people. But it's funny, but it's just cringy at the same time. I don't know how to explain it.
Jamie Lee Curtis is in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite literally, and because this guy directed both of them, Ryan Murphy, it's like if you put Glee and American Horror Story together, that's what Scream Queens is.
But no music. Well, very little music. I have to stress that enough because Glee is garbage. Well, to me, I don't know about you guys.
As a person, yeah, Rachel Berry and Leah Michele are horrible people in my opinion,
But Leah Michele, great in Scream Queens. What are you gonna do?
She's a wonderful singer. I just heard of a lot of terrible things, and
I got news for you, Leah Michele. A lot of people are good singers. It doesn't matter. at all. I don't know. There's 8 billion people in this world. You know,
Yeah.
Oh, is
a
anyone gonna
million
take
sing
a?
as good as her.
Oh, did anybody take a screenshot of all of us here?
I can now.
All right.
Do it. Do it.
Hold on, I don't even have the thing open. Snipping tool. I don't know why I'm doing this. I could just put this in like Premiere and take one. Hold on. Don't. You guys. No. Okay. Ah, shit. What mode am I in?
Isn't there,
Rectangle.
can you just do like a face number button to take a screenshot?
Oh, that looks horrible. No.
Excuse me.
Well, I
That
don't
looks good.
know. I don't know about computers.
I do. Let me tell you. If you had a computer with an Asus motherboard and freaking thing. Hey,
Asus motherboard, huh?
yeah. I
Asus.
got myself a Rosewell mouse and keyboard, Asus motherboard, Asus graphics card, Intel i7 CPU, 8th generation.
Oh wow, fancy stuff.
Speaking of 90s stereotypes,
Is that one?
the nerd voice.
Did I do that?
Because only nerds like computers.
Yes.
No one
That's a
else likes
spot on Steve Urkel impression, but whatever.
Well, no one cares about Urkel anymore.
Everyone cares about Steve Urkel. Name one person who doesn't care about Jamal.
Right.
Yeah.
The guy from Big Fat Liar who had cast Jaleel White in his robot chicken cop movie and was like, I don't give a shit that you were popular in some hit TV show. You are a partner with the chicken right now. But like, he didn't curse or anything because it was a Disney movie. But that person, God, what was his name? Now that's gonna bug me because he is such an amazing actor as an asshole.
Oh, Paul
Hold on.
Giamatti?
Yes.
Yeah, never saw it. Malcolm in the Middle was in that movie.
Yes, and Amanda Bynes as well.
Amanda Bynes. May she rest
Big Bully.
in peace. Big
Was it
Bully.
Big Bully? Yeah.
Big Bully? Big Fat Liar.
Big Fat. Oh yeah, yeah.
There we go.
Ah.
I just remember the cover and Paul Giamatti being blue
Yeah.
for some reason.
And it became a great meme several years from now, right after the election.
Nice.
Arizona waking up blue, like
Yeah.
Cute pup. All right, I got that screenshot. How you folks doing? Doing good?
I think we should close it off, and we go around and say the lowest point we've been in the pandemic so far, if it's funny, because if it's too revealing, then you don't have to say it. I was just thinking about my two lowest points were one morning I got up, I took off my pajamas and put on a t-shirt, and that's what I wore for a couple hours in my room. That was my lowest moment. Or when I cried at the end of the movie Warrior with all those people in it. What's his name? Joel Edgerton and Mad Max Bane. God, what's his name? I don't even know.
Paul
Tom
Giamatti.
Hardy, yeah. Paul Giamatti turned into an MMA superstar, but like at the end, Joel Edgerton dislocates Bane's shoulder, and he's like choking him from behind, getting him to submit. And he's like, "I love you, I love you," and I'm just like sitting on my couch, like, "Oh fuck, he loves him. Oh my god, and he's choking him." That's so beautiful.
Aw.
Tom Hardy.
Tom
Immediately
Hardy.
afterwards, I was like, why? This doesn't make any sense. So that's me. That was one of my lowest moments.
That was your lowest moment? That sounds
That
like
was one
a
up.
beautiful cathartic moment. Unless you don't usually cry at something. Is that the point you're making?
I don't cry in movies. I only cried when
during sex.
I only
I only
cry
cry-
during sex.
yeah, I hold it all in until sex.
That's a good point. Bringing up movies, though, that's my lowest point. It was probably today when we finished the sequel to A Christmas Prince, which was a Christmas wedding or something like that. And there's a third movie called A Christmas Baby. That's probably all wrong. But the point is,
This
I kind of had fun. It's a love story. It was just like The Princess Diaries. Is that it?
yeah. Yeah.
Except there's a love story. I don't know. It doesn't matter anyway. Girl from New York falls in love with a prince, gets married.
Oh
On
yeah, I saw
Christmas.
your Instagram on that. So.
No, that was a different one.
Oh no.
That was the Christmas knight. He was not a prince. He was a knight from the 14th century. Get your shit together.
Why do all of the Hallmark Christmas movies have like the woman in red and the guy in green, and then they're like, or just holding hands in a very like weird 80s glamour shot pose?
And they're always white.
And they're always
Like,
mostly.
the title is like The Christmas Where I Fucked Up or something.
There you go. Do you think if it
Bro,
was
it's-
like A Christmas Murder, would they still be in the green and the red? It would just be
yeah.
a little more sinister.
They'd be
Well, they did
really-
have that one, Black Christmas.
Yeah.
Black Christmas, yeah. Never saw the original 1970s movie. What about your lowest points?
So mine is kind of a story, and I had visited my mom so I could drop off some stuff and do laundry because I'm having a fallout with my family member who is also my landlord, who I've not verbally spoken to in 3 months, despite having I'm living
lives next
directly
door, right?
next to them. Yeah, so that was the reason why I was doing laundry at her house. And that's not the sad part. It gets sadder. And then on the way home, I start very much crying. I don't know why. I was just like, oh, my mom's feeling sick. She must have COVID. She has RA and lupus, so she always feels sick. But that didn't make it better because that means she's high risk. And so I just started bawling in my car, and when I get sad, I want to go grocery shopping. So I went to go get some red curry and like broccoli and stuff from Trader Joe's, like just a few things. So they didn't have broccoli. They didn't have something else that I was looking for. So I got the red curry and I drove home. And as soon as I got home, I dropped the red curry on my kitchen floor. It broke, got glass everywhere, and the entire bottle was ruined. And I just watched very sad like YouTube videos of dogs getting abandoned at shelters. And then I just cried myself to sleep. So.
I'm sorry. That's great. Oh. Horrible. Horrible story.
But it's okay now because now I have curry.
Oh, good.
Nice.
Yeah. Sheldon. What about you?
Okay.
Thanks, Danny. I
let's
needed
see.
a laugh tonight.
The lowest point was probably I have two of them. One is because everyone is losing jobs and stuff, and Xbox and PlayStation have the audacity to come out with their consoles that are more expensive than ever before, and it's like, come on, man, throw us a bone here. But no, they want their money. But no, the one of the lowest points has been coming back from this movie shoot and knowing I have to do a 14-day quarantine
Ah.
and not being able to see my nephew, especially since I have to go back, and I probably won't see him till like next year. So
Well, I thought you were in state.
I am, but just want to be sure, because
Okay.
even though we do get tested like every single day, you don't know how long this stuff can incubate and how long you can be asymptomatic and not show any symptoms, and then the next day, you're struggling to breathe for air or something like that.
Yeah.
Do
you
you
feel like-
switch nostrils?
Hmm?
Do you switch
I'm sorry, what?
nostrils for the test, or do you use the same one?
Oh, they make us use the same one. I only ever got to use the spit valve once.
Huh.
Do you feel more like you can just do cocaine like it's nothing now?
Oh, definitely. I could definitely.
You guys remember the condom challenge?
No. Oh,
you
is
like-
it the one where you snort it and then you
Oh.
pull it out of your mouth or something?
Yeah.
Oh
Through
God.
sinus passage. So luckily, so the most recent test that I got was a rapid test. So they told you like within a couple hours and everything. And I was so terrified because of my first experience. So I had taken like some CBD before, so I wouldn't be so shaky and I would like control my breathing and stuff. And so I am still that person where if they're putting like an IV in my vein or like whatever, I'm just going to do this. I have to put my hands over my eyes. I can't just shut my eyes. I need to do this. But then she just did it very gently. And I'm like, oh, so they can do it gently. That's very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone go get your COVID test.
COVID tests.
COVID test.
Although I've never had one, so I don't know what that's.
Be sure to switch nostrils.
Yeah. And if they offer you a vaccine, get it in the butt. Why not?
Yeah.
Unless you have an ass that
Although-
won't quit.
Although I do have one request. If I somehow turn into a zombie because of that vaccine, at least allow me one victim before you put me down.
Do we get to
Who would
choose
the
the victim?
victim be?
Nick.
Aww.
Okay.
Okay.
It's nice
Well, unfortunately for you, I have my too tall bike. What are you gonna do?
Will you still have like the mental capacity to ride a bike when you're a zombie, Sheldon?
I think it might come down to muscle memory, so probably.
So I want you to kill Nick on his too tall bike and then to get on the bike and be like, this bike is too small. What's going on? Well, that's great. Let's leave him. Let's love him and leave him. How about that?
Yeah.
You've loved us.
All right.
Now we leave you. Great. Let's do this again sometime.
Bye.
Bye.